Brucesstocks, what's going on? How you guys doing today? Basically, this video is in response to an article I read since the economy is so messed up that a lot of women that usually don't go on dates with like geeks and stuff are just to get the free dinner, just to go out. And that's really, really bad. But a parallel issue is a lot of times guys tell me, hey, I got this investment. You know, I preach just basically just saving a lot of money and not spending money on stupid things. But especially when you go out on the first couple of dates, it's really hard to do that. So I have my top 3 or my first 3 dates that I try to save some dinero on, you know, cut back on the denali a little bit. But real quick, I want to make it clear that this is only for, you know, not just for just being cheap and just trying to hit it as low as possible, but I'm just saying you have like money tied up in a real estate investment, or you're saving for a house, you're saving for another car that you're going to sell or flip. You know, or even with me, sometimes when I buy computers, it may take me 3 to 6 weeks before I see a return on my investment. So I may only have like $200 to last me the month, because you have to pay bills or whatever before I see a return on my investment. I basically flip my money. So the first things first, I would say Starbucks. That's the first place I try to meet them. I try to meet them kind of not for lunch, but around 2 o'clock for a specific reason. Okay, after lunch is before dinner. And I mean, you know, if I'm lying in a pocket, you know, I gotta be real. And I try to get not coffee, tea, you know, because coffee can get expensive too with a macchiato and all of that. So I try to get like green tea, and I try to tell them, yeah, try the green tea, antioxidants, clean you out, yeah, all that. But what that gives you an opportunity to do is to actually sit down with the female and see what she's about. I try to throw in like Ron Paul or something, just to, because I know any woman in Chicago, especially a black woman, is going to get upset if I say anything about Ron Paul, because most people don't know. But then I say, hey, you want the war to end? You want more jobs? Well, if we ended the war, there'd be a lot more jobs. Then I just want to gauge them and see if they can be a critical thinker. And, you know, I don't try to get too much political. But, you know, I just see, do I want this to continue? And then the second date I would try to get is try to go to the aquarium. The aquarium is free in Chicago. If you can go to any Chicago public library, and you can get passes for the aquarium. Just need a library card, you go get passes. And then on the way to the aquarium, go to Subway. Sometimes I'll make Subway just date number 2, but aquarium is free, Subway is $5. Get a $5 footlong. And again, I'm preaching the health thing. Like, hey, this is quick, it's on the way, it's only $5. We're on the way to aquarium. Hey, you're hungry, you want to grab some Subway? 9 times out of 10, yeah. You get a $5 footlong, they go get one too. And then, you know, you're at the aquarium, again, you get to engage with them a little bit, see where they are. You're not like just going to see a movie, you know, where you're just sitting there both watching the movie. You're not really able to engage with the person or learn anything about them. See, is this person crazy? Are they like a cat whisperer or something? And another lifestyle is a police cat. Just crazy stuff, man. I don't know what it is with crazy people and cats. But anyway, moving right along. Then the third date, I would try to cook for them in my place. You know, every dude has that one dish he does good, and mine is shrimp Alfredo. So make some shrimp Alfredo, get some wine, get the cheap wine, but it's got to be sweet, like some kind of Moscato or red Moscato, and you just pour it out of the bottle first before they get there, and just put it in the little expensive glasses. And yeah, it's a plus if you, you know, she's already back at your place, so that's a plus. Hey, you know, you shoot your shot, do what you got to do. But that's really getting to know somebody before you go out and you spend. Because, I mean, when you go out, it's really easy to spend $150, $180 on dinner and some drinks. You guys both order 2 drinks and 2 entrees. You know, that's easily above $100 plus a tip. And when I say 150, 160, I'm talking about everything. I take all of the expense of the day. I mean, gas, valet, tip of the guy, got to buy a new shirt. All of that goes into that. So, you know, it's just in this economy. Those are a few of my ways that I save money. You guys should subscribe, comment, let me know. And wait, one thing. Hold on. I'm not being cheap. It's not tricking if you got it. You're not being cheap if you don't have it. Now, I'm saying this is a scenario where I'm waiting for my money to come in. I'm waiting for my investments to reap the benefit. So I'm a little light in the pockets. And a lot of times I tell them that. I explain to them, I do, I make money, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer. So it's not like every Friday, cha-ching, I'm getting paid. And then the other thing is, hey, you're independent. Yeah, after the third or fourth day, hey, you can spring for it too. All right, you guys subscribe, comment, let me know. Take it easy.